Hey, my name's James Nicholson and welcome to my YouTube channel. House prices are up again in June. This isn't what people were expecting. I'm going to tell you in this video why house prices are up, what segment of the market is keeping those prices up, how much are house prices right now, and much, much more. Now, this is the nationwide data that's come out. Always first, they are every single month. And this data is useful. It helps us make informed decisions. I like to get all the data sources because some people like to listen to Rightmove. So Rightmove's quite good for asking prices. That's interesting because it shows us when the properties are going to market that the sellers aren't desperate in this market if they're not dropping prices. But if they do start to list at much lower prices, it shows us there's a bit more panic with some of the sellers in the market. We also listen to the Halifax data, which comes out mid-month. We listen to the Office of National Statistics data as well, and any other data source as well. And this gives you a balanced opinion on what's going on in the market. So nationwide data is out today. And the nationwide data, as with the Halifax data, is only on their transactions. So you've got to take that into account. It's not everyone's transactions. It's just what's happening in their stuff. So they're saying house prices are up again in June, 0.2% up. So that's house prices, which is not massive either way. But it is up. And that's interesting that that's still continued to happen. Now, what they're saying is the transactions that are happening there's a lot of cash buyers out there in the market, and mortgage transactions are actually down. But the average house price with their data has gone up from 249k to 266,604. So a pretty decent jump in a month for a lot of people. If you've got a portfolio, that really can add up quite quickly, can't it? So yeah, house prices have been moving up, even though transactions are down significantly. That was talked about as well today from Nationwide. So transaction volume at the moment is still 15% down. And that's interesting to see. So transaction is 15% down. That is interesting to note that. And so even with less purchases happening at the moment, house prices are still fairly stable. And so that means that we are meeting the same amount of sellers with buyers. Those numbers will be fairly equal. And that does make sense. We've talked about this a lot over the last few weeks. A lot of people are just waiting at the moment. You've got people that want to sell their property that are waiting. They're waiting for interest rates to drop, maybe because they feel house prices will go up at that stage. They're not desperate. You've also got less sellers in the market because people are on good rates. There are some people that are still on these 1.5%, 2% rates because maybe they fixed a 5-year deal. And so if you fixed a 5-year deal at 1%, 2%, are you really going to want to sell a property and go onto a rate at 4 or 5 or 6%? Probably not. And so there are also lots of buyers that are just waiting at the moment that they want to buy a property when interest rates drop as well. So that's one thing that they're waiting for. They want to just see the election through, so that happens this week, but they want to see what the housing policy are of Labour. Probably, I think it's very likely they're going to get into power this week, isn't it? If you look at all the polls. So they just want to see what actually happens when that happens. And there are some people just waiting for the market to go down, right? They feel the house prices will go down and they don't want to buy at the top of the market. Of course they don't, right? So that's interesting as well. Now, house prices in general are still down from the peak. The peak was in the summer of 2022. And so they're 3% down, down from peak. So it's not going to take much to get back to a new record high. That could likely happen this year if house prices just creep up as they are. Now, on an annual basis, where do we sit on an annual basis? We were previously annually up 1.3%. Now, on an annual basis, we are up 1.5%. That's what a lot of the economists and analysts feel will be the average for the whole of this year. For the calendar year of 2024, a lot of people feel that house prices will go up 1.5%. So we're already there at that. So if we have a flat market pretty much ongoing going forward, we'll probably hit that target. And I think that's about right. It doesn't feel like any massive shifts. A lot of people have got used to these high interest rates now. A lot of people have come off their old deals, moved on to these higher deals, and affordability is getting slightly better. So while house prices are going up, wages have been going up much faster than this. So wages on an annual average have gone up 6%. That will improve affordability. Inflation is dropping. That will help. And we'll have some interest rate drops at some point this year. Hopefully in August, we'll see some rate cuts, and that will improve affordability as well. What else have we got to discuss on here? So, it's interesting to see that the market, the transaction volume that is there is being propped up with cash buyers. And there was so much cash printed in the credit crunch, the COVID times, that there are lots of people that are just sitting on big pots of cash. They maybe got some uncertainty with the stock market or crypto or whatever they were investing in previously, and they want to go into the property market. And if they continue to do that, that means the market won't drop significantly. So that will be really interesting to see where we end up on that. So we got no rate cut in July. There isn't a Bank of England meeting. That will happen in August, the next meeting. The probability of a rate cut is still around 50% there. As we get closer to that, once the election's done, we'll probably get another update on how people feel that likelihood is. Are we going to cut rates in August? And then I think you'll see if there is a rate cut, and if that gets passed on to mortgage rates, the mortgage rates that you pay, because effectively that's really what you want to see going down, then I think you're going to get an influx of buyers. My prediction is when the Bank of England cut rates, if that gets passed on to the mortgage rate that you get, then you'll see lots of buyers that have been waiting. And temporarily, I think for 3 or 4 months, you'll see a lot of activity in the market and house prices will go up for that short period. After that is anyone's guess. If the market turns downwards or goes up even more, who knows? It's really, really hard to predict this stuff. So if you're a property investor, you should always be looking to buy stuff where you can add value. I've just completed on a property yesterday, finally. It's taken 1 year to purchase that. So if you want me to do a tour of that, comment below that you want to see a tour of that new property. It's not a mass property, but it's a buy, refurbish, refinance, rent property. So it's a property that needs a new kitchen, new bathroom, a little bit of work in the living room, not really much there. And then we will get that refinanced and rented out, hopefully within 4 weeks. So we'll, if you're interested in that, do comment below and I'll make some videos showing you how that's going. It's literally just down the road from the office. Do check out all the other content on the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, do subscribe, hit the bell notification. We just hit 25,000 subscribers, so thank you to everyone that subscribed. Do smash like, do share the video. Check out all the other content on my channel, including this video right here.